I'll introduce this. So, family cars. We're going to go to the Great St. Louis Automotive Show and pick out a car for a teenager. That's the goal today. All right, so we got my whole crew here, and we will go out and do this anthology style. Check back in when we get there. So real quick, St. Louis does have like a car show like New York and Detroit, but this one's a real janky one. There isn't really anything fancy that's ever shown here, but we come every year just because, why not? Might as well support it, because if we don't come, maybe we won't have it, and then we don't get anything. So anyways, we'll be inside in a second. It's 15 degrees here, it's cold, so catch you later. So of course, now we pay to get in.
You guys have the remote?
One other reason why we're here at this illustrious auto show is the search for a new family car for my friend Jacob, who we've seen before in the Ultimate video. And one of the continual themes you'll see throughout this car show as we go and look at all these cars are how expensive things are. And I know we've gone through the recession and, well, I shouldn't say recession, inflation, and things have just jumped up in price, but it really seems quite crazy how expensive things are for just a nice family car. I'm not talking about something luxurious, just nice. I mean, $50,000 minimum, $60,000 really for something that's not really, you know, that used to be like German luxury car territory, and now we're talking about high-end Kia.
Saving for something with that fuel board. Two side? Is this the plug-in EV side? How do you open it?
There's a button, I think.
Oh.
If I had to guess.
All right, so this Sequoia back here, $81,000. I mean, I'm sure it's worth it, I'm sure it's reliable, but that's a whole lot for just off-road purposing and not much luxury. And then I mentioned that Jacob, I have mentioned it, he's a tall gentleman, so these requirements, and as you'll see in some of these jokes, are centered around the fact that the dude is like 6'7", you know, so picking out a family car that's inexpensive but also comfortable for somebody that tall also adds to the pricing, right? Yeah. This seems like a good family car for a family of four.
Yep. Fits everybody perfectly.
I mean, it's pretty short. Giraffe size. They're not gonna fit inside this trunk if you need to dispose of them.
So we gotta try the Outback.
Jacob enjoys the Solterra.
Oh,
You
oh
fit?
no, it's tight. Oh, it's so tight.
Gotta go all the way back.
There, come on. There we go.
All right, well,
There we
slightly
go.
better.
So for those in the audience, this man is 6'15". So don't think this car is small.
Jeez. Oh no, it's awful in here.
Average human beings like the rest of us will fit in here just fine.
The headspace is like an egg carton.
I couldn't deal with this here.
You're inside the Subaru Solterra, which is a very interesting dash layout. Without being able to turn it on, we're not quite sure what these two screens represent. I mean, maybe it's just speedometer, simple information screen up front. This massive screen right here, no idea. We can imagine.
It's gotta be entertainment, right?
Yeah, clearly
But look,
entertainment.
I have small hands, and look how tiny this wheel is.
Yeah,
This wheel is itty bitty.
very, very tiny steering wheel.
I feel like I'm in like a Voltron or something.
But it is quite comfortable with a 6'7" man in front. We don't know anything about EVs, so I don't know what those two ports represent. Now looking at the front, trying to.
Can you put a pair or a set of golf clubs in it?
I can't find it either. Oh wait, what is this? Here it is.
There is no front, there is an actual motor.
Yeah, it's an actual battery, that's what it is.
They legitimately took a Subaru Boxster motor and made it electric.
It's so weird.
Well, alright.
So there still is a radiator and a blower fan?
Well, you gotta cool the battery somehow.
But then why pretend it's not?
That's what modern battery. It's an odd choice.
It is very odd. But that is a Subaru Solterra, folks. Of course, Subaru loves pets, so you got little puppies, stuff like that here. So it's not just a car show. Okay, so one quick note is in this video, while we're searching for a new family car for our friend, we are also looking for things that might be EV as well. With that, we recognize that EV cars, as of today, still have a premium over their ICE equivalent. Doesn't change the point, though, that cars are just, to me, expensive. And I love cars. I mean, but the average price, I still can't get past it. No 4xEs or any sort of EV Jeeps or anything, so now we're off to Kia Land. All right, and no, it's Telluride. Well, let's square it off.
They made like an off-road version. Maybe.
All right, the Kia EV SUV, the EV9. Now, I'm not one to really be aggressively angry at Kia. They make a good product, so I'm no slight to them, but this product I still think is priced right with today's market, but still, as the price we'll talk about here in a second, it just seems a little bit up there. It's just the signs of the time, I guess, but we are just gonna have to deal with these prices as they keep going up. But it is a nice vehicle.
Just push it.
We are debating what the cost of this is. I say 62. We haven't looked at the sticker or whatever.
75 as equipped.
75, he says.
Yeah.
What do you think?
78.
He says 78.
What, Price is Writing me?
Yeah.
Rude.
I didn't go 75.
All right, so let's go see.
Yeah, the sun does put $1.
What is the price on this EV?
270, right?
78,925. I wasn't even close. I thought this was 62.
It was less than 1,000.
Yep, there's the price. And look what you get. The most dependable mass market 2 years in a row.
Come on. What am I looking at?
Tron.
What are you talking about? This is great.
This is totally normal. All cars look like that.
Comfortable. I mean, you have all the glowing after effects and whatever, like you're seeing in most modern cars. Nothing too breaking the, but it is comfortable. I'll say that much. And you got some room here in between you and the passenger. For folks who carry a bag, you know, men and women both carry purses now. You got a room for that. It's pretty good. The EV9.
Literally
So-
have to pull this off. What?
Yeah.
Pulled it off.
Just put that back.
And then you have something.
All right. So if you're trapped in here,
Oh, that's the emergency front open.
but who's gonna get trapped in here?
Babies.
How are you gonna explain to a baby?
Babies.
The green button's gonna glow.
Yeah.
Babies love it.
So let me ask this young trustee. Could you explain who he was locked in here?
Oliver would have no problem getting out of this. The very first time he got in the driver's seat of my car, he reached up and pushed the SOS button.
Look how comfortable you are.
It's pretty comfy.
Yeah. Plenty of leg room.
So look at that.
You know, we can,
Long dash. Hey, whoa. I don't need that room. Stop.
there you go.
Shell's in at 50. We can talk him down.
And now for the, oh, it's the Santa Fe, which has currently come a long way from its original beginnings, which I'll cut to what those used to be. I mean, this is quite something. Oh, this is really nice. I like the interior. I like the hard lines. It's pretty nice, and it's a 3-row SUV now. I will say as much, it does have the lines of like a Range Rover Defender, so that's been kind of Kia and Hyundai's MO. Their cars kind of look like something else. Can't really say too much else about that though.
Horsepower, I would say.
This feels really good.
Make sure you fit in here right.
I cannot fit my legs right here. Did I crush you? Like, pretty much. All right, well, that was Kurt. That was your father. Smell like a belonging.
Ioniq 5.
I know. This feels really good, actually. The back's terrible, the front is amazing.
So in the Ioniq 5, you can man spread in here if that's your thing. But the interior is really very interesting. An Ioniq 5. I guess if you wanted to
Put a few snacks or
a few
something?
snacks, you know,
Some soda.
Yeah.
Keys.
It's cute. I like it.
and fast.
This is my, like, obtainable dream car right here.
Look at him, he fits in there perfectly.
It's a little tight.
You could relive your Zoom days.
Oh, that does feel good.
Yes. You can't fit.
Abandoned ship.
Can't fit.
Not a chance. I bet you wouldn't be able to either. Put your head up.
Yeah, you can fit in here.
We can't see the top of your head, dude. We can't even see your eyes. How do you open it?
It's really nice on the outside, but it is very low slung in. Sports car like in that there's not a lot of headroom interior, but it does, for my size, I'm 5'10", it feels great, but you're much taller than me. I would say even 6 foot tall. This might be a problem. And the BZ4X. Now doing the test again. Looks comfortable in there.
This is the exact.
Now I gotta do a little looking up, but if I don't know any better, this is the same as Subaru's electric car. The interior is set up the same weird setup with the tiny screen in front of the wheel and the gigantic screen. Everything seems very, very similar. Same weird dimensions as well too with this. And now the car you can't touch. It may be the fanciest thing here at the St. Louis Car Show, the Maserati MC20. And now we have the Cadillac Lyriq. It's $75,000 for EV. So we're seeing a constant theme here. There isn't really an economy EV that's being displayed here, which I still think is, if you want some better adoption and get people to get on board, showing stuff that might be what people can afford might be a better one. I might say people can afford, but the average consumer doesn't get sticker shock over. But everything we're seeing here is legitimately 50K plus, which I know that's probably the average going price for cars, but still, there isn't that, hey, here's a $48,000 one where you can get in. New. And somebody's trying to steal a Cadillac. So this vehicle here, I'm trying to suggest that if you buy something like this could be both a point A to point B vehicle, and you can get some work done. Make your money back and make the vehicle work for you. That might be where we have to go because these prices are getting out of control.
That's exactly what
Finally,
I mean.
something that starts at a reasonable price for
The most frugal of them.
And
the
you're
most
only
frugal
burning
one.
3.7 gallons per 100 miles.
Yeah.
Got the headroom?
It does.
Nice. What do you think, Michelle? Could you see yourself in this?
So for $34,000, and this is what an entry-level vehicle, this is not bad. It's kind of stylish. The quality, I mean, you get what you pay for, which is sad to say for $34,000, you get what you pay for, but it's the world we live in now. Hard touch plastics. Curious to see how this will age. And the Chevy Traverse. RS edition, which to me, I don't know what it's like driving it, but it feels like that would be a huge blind spot. And I'm pretty sure that this vehicle is $55,000, $60,000. So let's go take a look around and see if I'm right. And there is no sticker here, so I might go and look it up. Maybe not, who knows. All right, so I have reviewed this already on the channel, but here is the Nissan Rogue Platinum. Now, do you fit in this?
These things are responsible. Does it feel like
And you know, as we've already reviewed the Rogue, this is the same as the one I've reviewed earlier. I mean, an optioned out one, but same basic platform as the Rogue that from earlier this year.
It's the go anywhere you want.
So here we have the Nissan Kicks. I got to use voiceover mode because at this point there was a loud speaker next to us playing some commercial country music. Didn't want to get a copyright strike, so we're just doing a test here. You can see here I do not fit with Jacob sitting in front of me in the Kicks, but he fits very well in the front seat. So that's where we're at with this car, and yeah, that's another strikeout, I guess, for finding a car for Jacob.
think about that always?
Now to the Mach
You're not walking away from this.
Again, another
like
$66,000 car.
Yeah.
It's just, overall, you see people come to these cars, look at the price here, sheets, so nobody like seems like, oh, this is awesome. It's like it's getting to a weird spot with the price of these cars. Oh, look how you fit in there. Look how you fit.
I do fit.
All right, so this is supposed to be the $1 million mile. You used to have a lot of cars like Bugatti Veyrons and other things like that, and we have a Challenger. I mean, the G-Wagon, I mean, great. You got a Bentley over there, a Urus back there, a Hummer EV. Nah, big fat meh. And of course, the things that people are interested in. Got a 720S, SF90, a Urus.
That's a 458.
Oh, sorry, 458. Excuse me. Race car. Got a race car slot. And that's it. That's the St. Louis Car Show. So a bunch of EVs, but I think the general consensus opinion of the people around overhearing conversations and between my friends that I'm here with is that things are just really priced out of control. I mean, $50,000 to $60,000 for an average car these days, not even a premium luxury brand, just seems to be out of touch a bit. You could say it's inflation or whatever, but I don't know. It seems to me that things are a little bit out of control price-wise.
Check those out.
All right, so overall,
Yep.
are you pleased with what you've seen?
Nope. Because 95% of all the vehicles in here are dream cars to someone with my budget. Untouchable, unattainable.
It'd be like a used auto show.
Yeah, I need a used and refurbished auto show.
We can make it happen. It's called Cars and Coffee. All right, so we've been talking about these prices of cars, but hey, $29,000 for a entry-level Honda. This is what we've come to, folks. This is what we've come to, but he does fit in here. And that's it. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk more about these new cars again later, but it does seem to me things are just out of control, and it's a common theme. I mean, you get a lot. There's a lot of more safety features, a lot of other things that are built in these cars, but it still seems that the percentage of price of car, even compared to like your average modest house, those are getting too close. I mean, $50,000 to $60,000. You're talking, even with a very low interest rate loan, you're a pretty substantial monthly payment. Putting insurance, that's a lot for a car. Especially when it's just one of the, for the people who are just point A to point B people that aren't necessarily getting the car for particular reasons or whatever. It just seems out of control. Now, the used car market still seems pretty good. Like, as we looked at the Mach-E at $66,000, clearly if you do a quick search on Google, you can see used ones going for as low as the mid-30s with low mileage. So there are options for people looking for cars. It just might not be brand new. Anyways, if you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe,
Like and subscribe.
tell your friends,
Tell your friends.
and we'll keep climbing. And please, I'm trying to get the 500, so if you just subscribe. Thanks. Catch you later.